Hello, my name is Morgan Clementson and you are here in the Australian Innovation Centre with myself, the sourdough ambassador for the region. Thank you for joining today. Today we're going to show you how to make a very special celebration bread. This one here is called Rosca de Reyes. It's specially designed, especially made around Christmas time, just to celebrate the birth of baby Jesus. And it's also known as the Three Kings bread. It's also very popular in Mexico and South America. We're going to make a little bit of a twist on it today. We're going to make it using authentic Liguria. Authentic is a ready-to-use solution for your bakery. Authentic Liguria contains sourdough from the north of Italy, and it's very famous up there for their panettone, for example. And it has quite a mild flavour. It's a wheat-based sourdough. You dose it at 4% and can be used in some of your more rich and heavy doughs. So for the recipe today, we're going to go through it step by step. The first thing you'll need is some bread flour, 100% bread flour. I say around 2% salt, so 20 grams of salt for 1 kilo. Around 8% sugar, 8% sugar, so around 80 grams per 1 kilo. 3% milk powder, so 30 grams per 1 kilo. About 3 eggs, which is around 150 grams, so 15%. And I also use around 20% fat inside this recipe, which is around 200 grams per kilo. Finally, what's also very special in this dough, we also have what's called Carmen 50. Sapore Carmen 50 is a ready-to-use sourdough solution. It has a very creamy texture inside. It also can really help with your dough rheology and freshness in your final product. And of course, we're going to need some water inside there. The water is approximately around 40%. So you need to have quite a firm dough for this recipe. So now, would you like to know how to make it? Sure, won't be a moment. So now we're going to talk about the mixing. So we combine the flour, the salt, the sugar, the water, the milk powder, and of course the authentic Liguria and your Carmen 50 inside to the bowl. Once you've mixed the dough about 3 minutes on slow, about 2 minutes on fast, you then incorporate the fat inside. You would like a final dough temperature of around 24 to 26 degrees. Once you've taken it off, what's very important whenever you're baking with sourdough is time. And of course with time comes rest. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this, normally we leave it ambient, but for today we're going to put it into the freezer. So I recommend that you wrap it in some nice plastic and then onto a tray and place this into the freezer for approximately about 30 minutes. This is to cool the dough, rest the dough and be able for easy lamination. So this dough here has been laminated at 8 millimeters. Also making sure that you go through a couple of times in the laminator to make sure that it has an even on the top. Then we're going to take here, I have a cake ring, and I'm going to cut out the cake ring, and then we have another one here. For the leftover dough, you can put it into your next mix, or you can also refold it into other dough as well. So here I have 3 of them ready. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm also going to put them now onto a tray. So I have a tray here with the baking paper. And then we're going to cut out the circle in the middle. You don't want the circle to be too small or too big either. Okay, so we just cut out a nice circle in the middle, and there I have the 3 rings. These now are going to go into the prover. Now we're going to show you how to decorate them. I prepared some decorations here, and I've also prepared some sunset glaze. Sunset glaze is an egg replacement glaze that can be used on top of especially sweetbreads or laminated items. It acts a little bit like a glue on top. It can be brushed on or sprayed on. I'm just going to spray it on here. Then what I have here is I actually have some sugar. So this is just some caster sugar. I put a drop of water inside, and then it makes it a little bit nice and clumpy. So like just a little bit of water, and the sugar. It makes it nice and clumpy, and you'll be able to decorate this on top. So I also use a bit of a ruler as well, so I know where I'm actually going to put the sugar on. So I'm just going to put the sugar on this little part here. And then I have here, this is some hazelnuts. So these are just some hazelnuts. You can use any kind of nuts that I've just blended up to make into a nice fine topping. And I have here some blood oranges. So the blood oranges here, I've actually boiled in water, then reduced them a few times just to take away the citrusness. And these are some beautiful blood orange. You can see the color is really nice. And then these would normally go just sitting on top like so. You could also do them after baking as well. So if you're a little bit worried, you can also put them on after baking. So we'll do one of each and we'll see how that goes. So we're going to now put these into the oven. We're going to bake them at about 180 degrees for around 20 minutes.